So my name is Alex, and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I've been doing this for over 10 years, and I really love what I do.
My name's David Tanner. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Right now I'm in tech sales, and before that I was an athlete.
What drew me to him, it's gonna sound cheesy, but he felt like home, and I didn't want to leave his side as soon as I met him.
Alex just had this confidence with her that I thought was so cool, and I've looked up to her for that, and I've respected her for that ever since. So, yeah, and I think that's pretty easy to tell.
Oh man, I like to say my cat, Zoe, she was my protector. So I struggle sometimes with night terrors, and I would often wake up and she would already be there on my head, and she would have her paws on my shoulder. And it was just so comforting to wake up. Like, she could sense that I was having, a nightmare or a night terror, and she would be there. And so I always called her my protector because she could read me very well. And if I would be upset, she would know to come up to me. Sometimes she would even, lick my tears off my face.
Alex got her when she was a teenager, and just like me and Alex. And so we've seen each other through all these stages of life, and this little vessel was here with us as well.
And so this year when she got diagnosed with diabetes, I knew that her time was limited. And as silly it is to say about a cat, she was really, she was my first baby.
This was kind of a first experience for both of us, because you're so used to something for so long, and then when it's time to just let go of it, it's really hard. Yeah, I think when I was younger, I just tried to not pass over my depression, but I would try to accomplish my way out of it. So, I think that's where athletics kind of became somewhat of a vice. If I was stronger, faster, if I was a winner, then I felt like I wouldn't be as sad, or I wouldn't be as depressed.
I know when his depression is coming on, it's because he tends to be more short-tempered, more irritable, less patient, more rigid. Being, married for almost 9 years now, I can see it.
Yeah, so I was in a car accident earlier this year, and again, the day of, I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but it wasn't until a few days later that the pain set in, and it was way more severe than I thought it was going to be. In addition to that, I found out that my company was going through a merger.
And he went through like 3 rounds of layoffs. He thought he was going to be okay, and then he could just see the writing on the wall. I slowly started to see that depression creep in.
Those things just compounding on each other really took a toll on me, not just physically, but also with my mind, with my sense of self.
And I thought, why don't we try something else? Let's try ketamine and see what that's all about, and really invest in ourselves. Of course I was nervous because, anything new can be nerve-wracking, but I was really intrigued.
I think it helped us work through a lot of things in our relationship that we might not have ever gotten to that depth on.
We felt so connected after that first session. I'm with him. He's going through this job loss. I'm also going through this with him as well. And him not feeling alone and me not feeling alone, I think, was really helpful. And it just really just brought us closer together. It just felt like we were connected.
I think anyone can benefit from it, because it really does make you take a different perspective of yourself.
I feel like I have my husband back. He's the David that I always knew. He feels like my home again, because when the depression lifts, he's back again, and he's my David.